What's going on?
The music was playing.
You said started in 3, 2, and the music like started over, bro.
Yeah, I started
I'm
it
turning
over.
up.
Oh, I'm sorry. I meant like as in starting the music. Not like
Man, this is
But
what I'm
since we're
talking
here-
about, bro.
Since we're here, welcome to the one and only Young Talk podcast
Welcome back.
with your host, myself, Father B.
Big Dark, Daddy Dark. I got 12 orphans in my basement and a can of unemployment benefits. That's all you need in life. Let's go.
There it is. See, we're already starting off with strong statements. We got a special guest in the chat. We got Josue's back for more. He couldn't get enough of the mermaid episode, so he just hopped back in for more.
We're gonna watch more mermaids.
We're not watching more mermaids this episode. But
Not documentary.
Yeah.
Don't get me started.
we could talk about what happened. Actually, that's what we could do since we don't have another topic. We can talk about what happened.
You just got to listen off like 25 topics. We have a lot of topics, bro. We have
do.
plenty. Trust.
But I feel like personally, I need to mention this. So that episode, there was a lot that happened when we stopped recording that no one sees. Editing is a headache in itself, but this episode itself was particularly an asshole. So first off, it just didn't work. Exporting wise, it just didn't work. It just wouldn't do it. It would literally. This is how you know God is real. It would wait till it's at the last 3%, and then it would just fail. It would just stop. It would say,
Big G.
it would say a lot of technical terms. You all don't use it, so it doesn't matter what terms they are. But it wouldn't work, and I'd get so frustrated. So I'd work around it. I'd be like, okay, maybe it's too long. So I try and cut it. Didn't work. Maybe this part's messed up. Tried to fix it. Didn't work. Maybe I try literally. My computer was on for 7 days straight. That's
dedication, bro.
That it's because it literally took that long to export. Like the little wave, the audio waves that I put into there, that part wasn't the hardest part. The only thing with that is my Mac is terrible, so it just took 50 years to export. But the actual video, so the mermaid section in that, let me talk about this. We all think the video we saw was not real, right? But
No.
why is it when I finished the edits, I lined everything up, I had the videos in there, and I posted it on YouTube? Why is it they blocked it? And then the section they blocked was the mermaid section. It's really bizarre.
It's copyrighted footage, bro.
No, it's not like it blocked the entire mermaid section. It literally only blocked 4 minutes.
What's the 4 minutes?
So the 4 minutes of it was when the dude got hard. When the dude got hard and they were explaining what happened after they heard that noise and the boat shook, what happened with the officials. When dude was saying, the part that got cut off literally was the part when he was saying they tried to silence you and they took away your stuff, and basically the part where they're saying what the government tried to do to them. And I was like, that's hella weird. Why is this part of the whole video blocked? They didn't block the part where we were showing what they found. They didn't block the part, any of the other videos. They never blocked. I've never had a video blocked. I've only had one other video taken down from YouTube. And that was a video about the pandemic being a big conspiracy, and the government kind of doing a lot of shady things in relation to the COVID. So in my mind, I think there's something more to these mermaids than meets the eye. I really do.
So you're saying the mermaids caused the COVID?
No, I'm saying
that's what I'm hearing.
No, I
bro.
say the government is hiding something. Is what I'm saying. They're hiding something.
They're hiding the fact that mermaids started COVID-19.
Nah, this was the COVID video that got blocked was a long time ago. It was just a video someone posted. It was a documentary, and I reposted it because they said it would get taken down. So I reposted it so it wouldn't. But mine got taken down too. So
Okay.
it's weird. Like I understand why that video got taken down because it was at the time. It was in March, I think, and COVID. At the time, obviously in March,
Yeah,
all that shit was heavy. So at the time, I'm assuming they took it down just because they don't need. That would cause a lot of media shit and whatnot. People thinking that this virus is more than what it is, and even if the video is true, I think the video I saw was true. But why this video? Why this section? If this entire video was fake, if the whole mermaid video was supposed to be fiction, why block this part? So, like I said, or even in the video, they say the actual recording, the actual bloop recording was real. I wonder what that was. The government has to know what that bloop was. Either that, or they're trying to protect themselves from the sonar testing, because that's a real thing. So,
did they say it was an iceberg?
Yeah.
That's what they tried to say. But I mean, even if it was an iceberg, why block it? Why block that part? So that's how you know there is something out there. I don't know if it's mermaids, but there is definitely something out there that they don't want us to be paying attention to, at least. So it's cool. But fuck that episode, to be honest. Fuck the process for that episode. The episode itself was lovely. I loved it. I enjoyed it, but fuck what happened after. So anyway, that's what happened last week, 2 weeks ago. Last week. Last week. Any updates from you guys?
I just got a couple of games, and there's a new game actually coming out tomorrow, and I'm a little excited for it, but I'm also kind of annoyed by it. I think you'll like it, Father B, because it's basically Apex Legends but faster. Hyperscape comes out. Yeah, Royale comes out tomorrow, free to play. I personally think it's gonna be trash, but I'll give it a shot because it's free. Why not? And then Fall Guys came out, and I've been playing it low-key nonstop.
Yeah, we'll talk about Fall Guys right now, I think.
That's about it, bro. Still not pregnant.
Keep trying.
We'll see.
Hyperscape got 5 out of 10 by IG.
I did, yeah. Yeah, I did. I did.
This game's coming out tomorrow.
Fall Guys got an 8 out of 10. That's all I'm going to say.
Fall Guys is dope. Before we get into Fall Guys, what about you, Josue? What's been up in your hemisphere?
No, I mean, nothing's really happened. My little brother's birthday was yesterday, so we celebrated that.
Nice. You took a couple shots, huh?
No, my 5-year-old brother took shots.
Hey, you got to start young. Let's go.
Crazy. Yeah.
You started.
No, so I mean, I think people in certain countries do start like not 5, but I think 10.
Yeah.
Or something.
Oh yeah, Germany, bro. They're taking.
Oh, is this hype?
I think Germany and Russia. Those are like what you normally think when you think about people who drink a lot.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I'm looking at Hyperscape. Yeah, it looks pretty cool. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I'm kind of burnt out of Battle Royales too, to be honest.
We all are, bro.
Yeah. So, but Fall Guys is dope. Let's talk about this one for a bit. Josue, you've played. Well, yeah, you played it with me.
Yeah, I played it with you.
I was gonna say you played,
about.
But yeah, me and Josue played it together.
We tried to get David over here, but he was busy. I don't know, jerking off or something.
Rest in peace, bro. Hands are too fast. I couldn't resist.
No, you were on Fall Guys. Just you weren't like responding.
I was playing with my other friends. We were popping off.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That game's addicting.
Yeah, I'm playing it right now. Matter of fact.
I mean, it's cool. I don't know. I think it was a pretty good, because it's not technically a Battle Royale game, but it is.
Well, no. It is technically a Battle Royale game, but it's
different. It's very different.
It's a twist, bro. Yes, that's why I like it. That's why everyone likes it.
I like that. I don't know. It's like they did take a lot of different games and put them together. I don't know who's the team, like the guys behind this one, or girls or females behind this one.
Nice, good job.
Yeah, but that's kind of crazy. I can imagine sitting in a room and be like, what if there's a game, a bunch of mini games, sort of like Mario Party, and all these other elements, but just a little bit different. And that's kind of cool that because this was a celebration for PlayStation, right? Like an anniversary or some shit.
No.
No, I swear. That's why they showed it as a PlayStation Plus option. Because Steam, you have to pay for it.
Yeah. They're doing what Rocket League did. What Rocket League did, where it came out free and like it just got mad popular. I don't think it was in celebration or anything though. It just came out.
I don't know. It showed up at the same time as a PlayStation. There was a PlayStation celebration very recently. And
Yeah,
I
it was
saw
like
this at the
something
same
anniversary, right?
time. Yeah, the 10-year anniversary, you said?
I don't know what it was.
Yeah, it's
I don't
10
know.
something.
They were
Like,
celebrating that by
10?
giving people money, bro.
Yeah, I read about that too, which is also bullshit because it's like very specific criteria.
Yeah.
I was like, I mean, it's not a lot of money, but it's like, just give it to all PlayStation Plus members. Like, you
That's a
know?
lot. That's a lot.
I mean, or don't do it at all then. Like, or
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I wouldn't do that at all.
yeah, but I mean, it was cute. It was a nice little way to support. But here's the thing, like with Fall Guys coming out, and I saw the state of play for PlayStation the other day. I feel like PlayStation is more of an investment these days. Like, Xbox is
True.
kind of dying.
That's
Yeah.
right. That is right. I called it PS3, bro. I wouldn't touch an Xbox 360. Not
Like,
me.
Yeah, it's weird. Like, I mean, because I feel like what did it, or at least what solidified it for me, was like when because you can play Xbox games on your PC, so it's like, why? What's the
True.
point then? Why am I going
True.
to pay for an Xbox now?
It's because
Um,
Sony's got that good money. Because they're a Japanese company and Microsoft's an American company. So
Right.
I don't know, man. Like in Japan, you can get exclusive quick.
Man.
I mean, when they snagged God of War, dude, it was game over.
No, yeah, I would hope.
It was game over for Xbox. They were like, "Fuck, I'm gonna give up," and they did.
Yeah. I mean, it's not. I guess. I mean, because Xbox has some good games, like of their own accord, right? Like I'm
They've
trying
only
to think.
had Halo.
Well, they tried with
Bro.
Halo, and then they messed up. They lost the people.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, bro. It's like they're trying to appeal. It's like what Call of Duty's doing with it right now. We're all grown up.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's not as fun as it
I
used to
don't
be.
know. Maybe things aren't what they seem though. Like, I mean, because I also saw that Crash is coming out of Crash 4, and I was like, that game looks so good. Like, what the fuck? But it's also Sony, so I know Sony's always gonna have just entertainment. But maybe Xbox has something cooking. You know, maybe there's something in the back. There's something in the back going on that we don't know yet. Maybe. Or maybe their console might just ultimately be better in the end. Who knows? That's where all their money went. There was not enough.
I'm a Sony pony, bro. I don't care. I'm not getting it regardless of the games they got.
I don't know. I'd only get Xbox if they're like, because there are some games that I like on Xbox that I can't get on. But again, I mean, Steam is an option, so most of those games are on Steam now, which is sad for Xbox. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe by 2027, I'm calling it 2027. Xbox is gone. It's no more existed.
I'll be 28 years old. I'm near 30, bro. Jeez.
Yeah. Like, I remember. Episode 19.
I'm not going to say that. Episode 19. Right? We call
I would hope not. Actually, that's a long time to be doing a podcast.
Yeah, bro. If we blow up that much and we get so much money that I quit my business, I just quit everything. I just stay here.
Yeah, I can make a living off this, then sure.
Like, jeez, we'll do podcasts every day.
Right. But anyway, back to Fall. I got distracted with just games. But Fall Guys is really fun.
Fall Guys is really fun.
Which ones do you hate and which ones do you love?
The tail games are ass, and the seesaw level and the tail games I am not a fan of. Everything else is pretty good.
Yeah. Wait, the seesaw level.
You didn't play enough, bro.
Oh, yeah, I hate those. Those are terrible. I hate all the group games.
Yeah, those aren't that exciting either.
Like, I don't fucking know. So this thing pissed me off because I like the tail one, right? The grab a tail group one. Bro, yep. I had a tail for 40 seconds. For like the last 40 seconds of the game. No one touched me. Like, I was winning. but then I got eliminated because my whole team didn't have enough to keep going. So I was like, what the fuck? You know, that shit's it's so annoying.
Yeah,
It's
it
so
sucks.
ridiculous.
Like you get so far, and then you get a team game, and then it's not up to you anymore.
Yeah,
It's up to the team.
And then I don't know. Maybe they should do something like the soccer games and all that. Maybe the balls are just way too big. Like, to be honest, like I don't get how you could even maneuver those around. Like I
don't get how you hit those. I only played it once, but I legit don't get how you're supposed to make those.
It's ridiculous. But I mean, some people, I think you just get lucky. I've seen streamers play it, and I guess people notice that there's kind of an imbalance on those teams sometimes.
True.
Like, I never noticed, but I guess so.
Uneven players.
Apparently, there's like a rare ball that drops in that soccer game where it's like an egg.
Yep, golden egg ball.
And
it's
like
5 or 10 points.
Nice.
Yeah, I think it's like 5 points.
Well, yeah, good luck finding that one. I don't know. I'm personally really trying to get into Fall Guys, but I feel like I can't. Like I'll play it for and then I'll play like a game or two, and then I'm like, okay, I've had my fill.
Oh wait, have you guys gotten your wins? I have gotten a win yet?
Yeah, I've gotten like 3.
No, not yet.
Oof. Yeah, Young was there. He saw me get one.
Yeah.
Nice.
That was a pretty good run. There was some nice.
I was close to getting the second one. Like the game right after, I was like almost there.
Yeah, I remember that.
Close, dude. I'm like level 27 right now in Fall Guys. I've been playing like every day, popping off, dude. So my overall opinion, bro, I think this game is lit. Aside from the tail game, seesaw, and a lot of the team games. Without those,
the ring hope one is kind of
that one's stupid.
Hoopsie daisy, that one is pretty weird. That one's pretty weird.
The obstacles. The obstacle ones are all okay with me.
Those are my favorite, bro. When those come up, it's like it's up to me.
It's just
to
all
win.
you. Yeah, it's just all you.
Do you guys ever think this game will have esports, a ranked mode, bro?
Yeah.
I hope.
I think they might be ranked.
I'm diamond in Fall Guys.
I don't think they expected this game to get as popular as it did, though. So who knows?
Fortnite didn't have a rank when it came out, right?
Oh yeah, it took a while for that.
Yeah.
So I think it would have the same thing.
It definitely seemed like it was supposed to be an indie game or something like that, but they definitely. I feel like they could have stopped it at some point, but they didn't, and I'm glad they didn't. Because this game turned out like in the wrong hands. This game would have been very basic.
100%. Yeah, would have just rose up and died, but.
I'm glad. I hope they add more levels to this. I love the costumes.
The costumes are fire. Reminds me of Little Big Planet.
I'm only level 10, so I have the pigeon. So that's my favorite.
True. Yeah, you get that level 9. That's what's up.
Yeah. But who knows? You see people that look like you too, which is nice. Like you get to find a twin for a bit. Hope they survive long enough, or don't. However,
I have a deep hatred for anyone who wears the pineapple skin, bro.
Okay.
It was the first skin to release on the store, and everyone who wears it, in my eyes, they have no discipline, no patience, and they spend their money unwisely, dude. And I hate all of them.
Well, you could have gotten it without buying it, though. Like
no. I get that, but like the next day there was a dino costume, and they couldn't afford it because they spent all their kudos on that pineapple.
Oh yeah, the dino one is kind of crazy. I got the dino one too. That one's nice.
I got that day one, bro. So anytime I see a pineapple, I go straight for the grab, and I sacrifice myself, and I pull them down with me, dude.
What's crazy is I was looking at the battle pass, and it does reward well. Like
every level, yeah, it's something like useful.
You get it back, which is nice.
And it's free too.
I don't know how long that'll last. Though. I feel like there's gonna be a pay one though.
I doubt it.
I mean, because there's legendary gear, and I personally have not seen a lot of legendary gear in the store or throughout the actual battle pass. So,
yeah, buy those crowns, bro. Only wins.
Well, I mean, but I'm saying like if they get a battle pass where you pay for it, maybe that's where they'll put more legendary stuff, or maybe there'll be weapons or something, or like little taunts, more taunts or something. I don't know.
Maybe, bro. The possibilities are endless. I think what Fall Guys did is they put themselves in a niche, in a corner that doesn't limit them. Like Warzone, like their skins have to be realistic or else it doesn't work out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then like Fortnite can't go crazy with the gun skins, and Apex Legends can only go crazy with the gun skins, but this game can go crazy in every way. They
Well-
can do whatever they want.
Well, Apex Legends is getting a little better. It is.
Don't even bring it up to me, bro. That game's garbage. I don't want to talk about it.
I'm just gonna say they did add a lot of. It's a little too late, but they did add things that should have probably been in there in season 2. I would say. If they added those in season 2, Apex would probably be as common as PUBG, I think. Or CS:GO.
I'm surprised PUBG is so crazy.
But it's not
That's
terrible.
different.
It is fun if you're a hardcore Apex fan and you still love. I mean, it's there. It has campaign modes now, so go nuts. But speaking of balls, so
Here we go.
I was thinking about this morning. I woke up thinking about this.
You woke up thinking about it. What's wrong with? I don't know. But go ahead.
So you ever you just stand if you look at yourself in the mirror, you ever look at yourself in the mirror from the bottom down, and we all have had that thought as guys where you're like, man, sometimes you feel like your dick is small, and sometimes you think you're the king, but in most cases you're like, damn, I'm kind of a piece of shit. So
What?
because your dick is small, so you're like, I'm not gonna do anything with my life. So I was looking in the mirror, and I was like, you know what? Maybe it's just because my thighs are hella big. Like when you think about it, girls have thick thighs, right?
True.
And that makes their body
So you're
figure
a
look way
girl.
different. So if a guy has thick thighs, how can that not make the perception of how you see your own penis different? Like if think about someone who has a guy, you don't have to make it sus, but a guy who has thick thighs.
Right.
Do you think, how big is his dick? Do you think?
All right. So let's say you're standing in the mirror, right, and you got thick thighs. I feel like your theory only works if you put the
You have to have thick thighs in order to understand this.
because length is regardless. The
Maybe.
girth.
Yeah, so I guess maybe I'm talking about size then. Actual size.
Circumference, I can see where you're coming from. So maybe if you're packing a lot in that department, if you're rocking thick thighs, you're like, man, I don't have much here. You remove the thighs though, you take up like a quarter of the room. That's crazy.
Yeah, because I mean,
Josue
I
knows
don't
what I'm
know.
talking about.
I mean,
together.
what's your thoughts on this, Josue?
I don't have any thoughts about this, to be honest. I don't see the relation between
Okay, so maybe
I base it off my hand. I don't base it off my thighs. So
Well, yeah, I'm saying-
I think I'm average.
I don't know about everybody else, but I
But-
base off 1,000 different things because why not? That way you could justify any answer a chick throws at you when she sees you naked.
You got that deodorant thing next to you, that
Justify.
travel size.
Right. Exactly. You put it next to a fun size Snicker, be like, which one you want? that was a joke on the spot. I love it. But
I think that would only work with you though.
so it depends on that's what I'm saying. Because I know my thighs are thick. I look at my thighs and I feel like they're thicker than they should.
I know.
And I've also been watching a lot of porn. So I notice people's bodies more, not in a sexual way, but just in general now, because it's like when you start watching porn, then you're like, okay, I don't know if you guys get to that point where you just start noticing shit about people, but have you looked at people's calves when they're doing stuff?
Yeah, you start comparing and contrasting, bro. Some people got some really big
Yeah.
calves, real big thighs.
So I was like, maybe my dick is fine, but my thighs are the problem. Maybe if I lost some weight on the thigh section, I don't know how you lose weight in your thighs,
You run.
but
That's it.
oh, that's worse.
You just run.
Well, yeah, let's say you do that, because people who run, their thighs aren't that big. They're fit, but they're not
Yeah, they get muscular. You lose the fat. You get
yeah.
toned
So
out.
maybe that's why their dicks look the way they do. You never know, because their thighs are just smaller. It's like if you shave, how you shave, your pubes. You make the bush you trim the bush to make the tree bigger. Same thing.
Exactly.
But with thighs.
Exactly. Now I'm understanding.
That was
you
the
a little
analogy
more.
I had in the bathroom. Yeah.
I'm under. Were you looking at yourself thinking about this? What's wrong with you?
I mean, it didn't take long. Like, I mean, my thoughts are very fast, so
No,
it took me like 5 seconds.
He said he
but-
woke up thinking about that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're right. He already went in there with that thought. He just
Yeah,
confirmed
so, I
it.
mean, by the time I was in the shower, I already had the whole thing figured out. I was okay. I mean, and then once you do that, you just start looking at everything a lot differently too. It's like, well,
Maybe, yeah.
I can't wait till a girl sees me naked. That's gonna be the funnest time. Because I mean, do you not think about that? Like, well, I mean, David, you've had girls see you naked before, so maybe you don't think about it anymore.
No,
But
I
like,
don't.
I think about that sometimes. I'm like, okay, so when a girl is gonna see me naked for the first time, what am I going to say?
What if she laughs? Dude? That's
Oh,
what I
man.
was.
Yeah, you don't want her to laugh.
laugh.
I mean, but then you could think of a comeback for that. Like, if she
Look how
does laugh,
thick your thighs are.
right? Like, I mean, you would hope she says something. She laughs and then gives you context of what she's laughing at or something. Hopefully, you have like a funny tattoo or something. But I don't know. I want to think about what I would say. I feel like it, depending on what I'm working with at the time, you know.
What does
Like,
that mean?
If I'm in shape at the time, and I know this is gonna be the first time this girl sees me naked, then I'll be like,
from now into that time.
like, I mean, because let's say if it's in like 2 days from now, I'm not in shape right now, so then I'd be like, okay, I got to be ready for some shit, and that's why you got to have multiple reasons for like the size of your dick, right? Like comparing it to other things. Like she could say, hey, why is your dick so small? I'd be like, really? And then I pull out I pull out a pen and be like, really?
I feel like that would ruin the mood.
Yeah, it's like
If anything, that's just,
Maybe if you let it. See, you gotta learn.
I'm not an expert.
No, you just have to
but-
stop the mood. You cannot let the mood be. I feel like in these situations, you just have to let things. You have to keep things going. If something gets in the way, tear it down in 2 seconds, or it's over. You gotta learn how to
sounds
tear it
like
down.
like-
non-consensual sex, bro.
That's why you have to have justified reasons.
I feel like
Go
I feel
ahead.
like I wouldn't be able to have sex. I would be too busy. Like I feel like I'm too awkward, and I would be laughing if anything. And that just
I was
would ruin the
laughing too,
mood.
bro. I was cracking up. I was so nervous.
You
I didn't know what was going on. I couldn't find the thing. I didn't know what to do. I was lost, bro.
couldn't find your penis.
I mean, that could happen.
Where did it go?
I didn't know where
I
it
feel like-
was.
I feel like that's a real thing. Like maybe when it's time to go down for the first time, people are like, well, not go down, but like when you're ready to put it in, guy forgets where his dick is for a moment. Like it. I mean, who knows? It could be dark.
No, yeah, it makes sense. Like when you're like supposed to move in, how are you like? You obviously wouldn't be. What's it called? Like hand to eye coordination.
Hand
Like,
to, yeah.
Eye to penis coordination. It'll be
Dude,
because
that's a
it's the
real
first time you're
thing.
doing it. Yeah, because it's the first time you're doing it. So like
I didn't know
you
where
just
to put
wouldn't
it.
be able to like. Yeah,
crazy.
exactly.
See,
I had watched so many videos and I thought I was an expert. I
That's what I'm saying.
get in the ring, bro, and I'm lost. I'm a novice. I was like, happening.
Now-
Help me.
we could talk about porn in another episode because I feel like porn itself is a big episode. I don't want to go down that rabbit hole,
We
but
can talk about the Young Empire's porn industry.
but
True.
but basically, well, I lost my train of thought. But okay, but basically, you just watch video. I feel like after a certain point when you're just watching videos, you just gotta like, don't watch it for play. Watch it so you know when you go in.
Watch
Like-
it for the plot.
Like no, so you know where to put. Like so you know how he's doing it because these guys are professionals.
Wait, no. But the thing what I've heard is it's not an accurate like depiction of sex by porn.
No, it isn't.
Wait,
It's
not-
way more aggressive.
yeah.
I mean, there's some things that are true, but like that,
Yeah,
that
no,
stuff in
I'm
there,
not saying.
bro, those
Yeah,
are watching movies.
I don't want you to follow the moves. I don't think we're ready. I don't think that's professional level stuff. I'm just saying like when
I
if
tried
he
on the moves.
like
It
if
didn't
he's
work.
gonna put it in, be like, okay, he's holding it with this hand, not that hand. Good point, because he's on that side of the bed. So it's like I feel like that small shit makes sense because they know how to do the shit because they have people that tell them how to do.
I'll
the
give
stuff.
you a works
So it's like-
99% of the time. Okay, if you're ever lost and you got, but if you're ever lost, bro, just put your thing right there, and then you push and you go down, and then boom. Every single time. I can't be too crazy because I'm in a household, but you guys you'll remember that. You'll remember that.
I told
yeah. Well, like like in Star Wars where we your spirit will appear to us and be like,
While
"Hey,
you're,
you just
bro,
got put in that thing."
I told
That's what's gonna happen.
just think of me
I
when it's
told-
happening. You'll be fine.
I told Rodrigo I'd send him a
Rest in
picture
peace.
when I first do it.
What? What?
I don't know. I
Like
forgot the
of
reason.
like a picture of like during it, before,
Yeah, I think
or
during would
after.
probably be more
Oh, during.
appropriate.
There's no way you're gonna just stop, take a selfie,
You would
and
think.
be like,
You
all
would
right,
think.
let's get right back into it.
You see, but the thing is, we've been in quarantine for a very long time, and I've had a lot of time to think and personally change.
People are getting crazier.
Like I've
When
had time to
quarantine's
personally
over,
change a little bit.
It's gonna
So
be like when the animals are in heat. That's what's gonna happen when quarantine's over.
I'm just saying, my mindset and the way I see the world is just way different now. So I wouldn't put it past me to do some stupid shit.
And Younger's proof that that's what's gonna happen.
True.
I'm telling you, like, if we ever go back to school, man, I mean, not like sexual, but like just in general, if we
Yeah,
ever
it's
go
like,
back to school,
We're gonna hang
everybody's
out, bro.
gonna be so different. It's ridiculous,
I'm gonna be different.
man. I don't know.
I was telling myself when I go back to school, I'm turning up like every other day.
Man, I think if I had a big change, I'd be like, you know what? Fuck all that walking. I'm staying right in my dorm, and I'm smoking this shit right here.
I'm saying
Why?
you walked so much for no reason. It's
Man,
like,
I mean,
where are
I
you
did
going?
enjoy the walks, but
I don't care.
I left my bike back in
Yeah.
campus. I don't know what happened to it.
Rest in
I'll be honest.
peace.
man, I'm saying maybe
I mean,
that's
it was an old bike.
Bet.
It was like a really old bike. So it's not like I just bought it and now I lost it.
here's what
I
we could
guarantee
like-
you someone snagged that.
we
I
can-
would have
for-
snagged it.
for either Josue's.
Yeah, I mean, it's chained up. I didn't just like leave it like lying around. But yeah, I don't know if that chain is gonna last.
I would have got some bolt cutters, bro. That shit's mine.
Is it?
man.
I
Maybe
mean,
a
it
raccoon got it.
looks like a shitty bike. I'll be honest. So it's not like, but it's a bike, so I don't know if people might still like try to take it.
I was saying maybe we should go visit on one of our birthdays. Take a road trip.
Campus?
Just visit.
Just
visit
drive through and see if it's still alive. See if it still exists.
That'd be
You know,
the
see if they
gayest
finish the
road
building.
trip out of all the places I go. Let me go to the place I just spent the last 3 years of my life at. I know
Yeah.
everything about it.
I want to see if they finish the building. You know,
Yeah, let's go to the OE. What's wrong with you?
why not? Imagine it's
Let's go to
open.
Monty's.
Let's go to Monty's. Let's go to the DC.
Oh wait, actually, shit might actually be open because people will be on campus. Grad students are on campus in the fall, so or in
That
East
is
campus.
true.
Yeah,
at least, so
you-
maybe shit will be open.
Yeah, like they still had like summer classes. I think. Like I think I got some emails.
We
about
at
that
least got to
and
see if they built the building, if they finished the building. Bro. Like they took away parking for that building. We owe it to that entire generation of students to see that fucking building be completed. So I think that's fair. I think David might have, he might have disconnected.
Huh, bro? Just silent. It's all. I was just listening.
Okay, on Discord your thing is showing weird, but
Don't worry about that.
yeah, okay, but I don't know. We should do some. I don't know. I will. I mean,
If we're doing a road trip, I'm not going to campus.
No, we're
Let's
not
go
going to
anywhere
campus,
else.
no. We could do anything, but I'm saying if we're gonna plan a trip for like, or going somewhere for like either my or Josue's birthday, we gotta best thing because when my sister planned that Reno trip, from like we just gotta plan that shit now, like book hotels, in advance and shit, so that way.
We just need an Airbnb for like 2 days somewhere in LA or wherever. And then, like I said, the only thing is you get in here. Once that happens, bro, we're
I can
chilling.
get there. All I gotta do is egg. Because if I'm going there for my birthday, then I'm definitely bringing my brother-in-law and my sister to come turn up with us.
Yeah, I don't mind like waiting to do something for your birthday, so you're 21. Like it's literally what 10 days.
I don't know. Mine is in September 14th, so mine is still.
Yeah,
then
then 4, so 10 days. No, I'm
10 days.
no, I meant between.
That's a whole month. And 10
Between
days
my
away.
birthday and your birthday.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say.
Because mine is the 4th, so it's 10 days.
I mean,
is what
but
I
your
meant to
birthday
say.
is also on a Friday. Mine is on a Monday. So,
We would have to wait the entire week, basically.
I mean, because either way, whether we do something for you, I'm still gonna do something on my birthday either way. So that's why I'm like, whether we do it for
No.
your birthday or mine, it doesn't matter. I'm still gonna do something. So I don't know. What will be going on in September at that point? I don't know what happens.
School?
I know we'll have our
Cool.
fucking financial aid money, so that'll be dope. You know, that's where that money.
Yeah, nothing, there's no really any holidays or anything. in
No,
September.
only Labor Day, I think,
Just-
right? Not Labor Day. Is that Labor Day?
Yeah, when
Is
school
it
starts, it's
Thursday?
instantly like a 3-day weekend, so I think it's early September.
Man, we're going crazy because that FAFSA money is about to come in real nice. These unemployment checks are still coming. Oh, so quick update about the job. Unfortunately, they won't let my uncle hire on more people onto his crew, so I didn't get his job. But so well, he said he'll let me know if more stuff comes up, but still relying on unemployment checks, which isn't bad. Terrible, but I do miss working. I miss that feeling of hating work.
Not me, bro.
I mean, but yeah, FAFSA, unemployment checks coming in at that time too. So, I mean, at that point, I don't know. I might do something crazy. What's the craziest thing we could do? Like,
I mean,
'cause I'm definitely my maximum amount of money I'm willing to spend on my birthday would be $3,000. I think.
jeez, we can go to a club with that kind of money.
I mean, because by that point, if financial aid money is going to be as much as we were expecting, then I could just put that money up, and then it's just there. So that's what I'm like, max, I can do that. So with that, I'm like, what could we do? Because with that, we could definitely like go travel somewhere. And if I were to use that, that'd be an all expense paid type of thing. Like I'd plan the whole thing out for you guys. You'd still have to find a way to get there.
The
Or
only thing
something.
is that we can't really go out. There's no clubs that are open.
Well, I
At
mean, we
least
don't
at-
got to go to a
wait.
club. Like my sister, when they went to Reno, she planned because the Reno had casinos and shit. So it's like she planned his entire birthday, the 3 days, in for that hotel. Like that's where we did the VR shit, and all that other crazy stuff. So, I mean,
Yeah,
if
we
I find
would
the
have
right
to-
place, we could.
Yeah, we
A
just
nice
have to find a spot
Corona-safe
that has things that we can
place.
still do. Just any area with like a bunch of people in it. 9 times out of 10, we can't do that.
Yeah, no, I won't pick that. If anything, it'll probably be like the hotel thing. Like if anything, I'll rent. I'll get a hotel and like I don't know if I want to go to Vegas, but I'll get a hotel with a casino in it or something, so that way there's shit to do,
I feel that.
Because I do want to do a casino. That's something I want to try. But that's gonna be okay. That's cool. Now I'm fantasizing about my birthday.
There is a casino in Riverside, a really nice one.
Nice.
And you
Maybe
don't
that's-
even need to be 21. You can be 18 to go in.
Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking we do for this is gonna be, unless you want it to be for your birthday thing, host. But I'm thinking we do like a 4-day thing. Starting Thursday, I start the road trip. Right? We pick everybody up one by one. I'm gonna if I can get my brother-in-law and my sister to go, and we have the money for it, I will rent like a nice sized vehicle, and I'm scooping everybody up one by one. Like imagine that shit. Tell me that would not be lit. Like that would be so great. Like a party bus or something, and then it takes us to like I don't know somewhere in LA. Like if we want to stay in LA, we can. I don't care. But like just to some bomb hotel in LA or something, like that would be cool. I
That would be
love to
pretty
do that.
crazy.
And then just 4 days, I think since I've never been to Riverside either, we go through Riverside, Anaheim, Fresno. I don't know what the fuck is in Visalia, so maybe we'll skip that one. I've been to Sacramento, we'll pass. But I think that'll be cool, like a little 4-day road trip, just kind of hopping from places, or I don't know, something like that.
Yeah, I'll be down. That
Yeah,
sounds pretty
bro.
cool.
I don't know about how much party buses cost, but hey,
Me neither. I'll look into it. I mean, because like I said, if I can get that under 3K or 2K even, I feel like it wouldn't be that much. Like if I did all the math, but I'd set it up and then I just scoop everybody up as I head down the road.
yo, either I'm lagging or you're lagging.
No, it's him. I also heard him. Like his voice gets distorted.
Oh, really?
Yeah, your voice is distorted,
Yeah.
bro. What's going on with the Wi-Fi?
I don't know. I mean, it's just Discord. We can't control it. It's just Discord. But yeah, we'll work it out. And then the only other catch is everybody. So this is where we might lose people, aka Sabrina. You have to bring
Yep.
weed, at least as a gift. as an entry gift onto the bus, you had to bring an ounce of weed
Lordy.
or a half an ounce. Because of course it wouldn't be my birthday if we weren't smoking. Like that would just be weird. But we're turning up basically. It sounds like so.
Yeah,
now that we
pretty
got that
much.
settled,
I mean,
now that we got
I'll
that
bring
settled.
drinks.
And drinks.
I don't
Yeah.
have. Yeah, I wouldn't bring. I don't think I can bring any like weed because I don't have any connections. I guess.
I mean,
say.
well, by that point you'd be 21. Just hit a dispensary. You just walk in and be like, I'm 21. And then
I don't know any dispensaries nearby.
Weed maps. Either way, drugs or alcohol. Literally any drugs except for the ones that kill you. Basically.
So all of them except weed.
Yeah. So, okay, let's keep it moving so that way we can make sure
I mean, technically, all drugs can kill you. Like, really.
Yeah. But, only the safe ones. So now that we got that sorted out, what was this other one? Do we want to go into the slave owner one or the ancestor one? Like ancestor.
I don't want to go into the slave owner one, bro. You're putting me in a corner to get canceled.
It's okay. It's okay because we're all going to answer this question. So it's not just you.
All right, go
And-
for it,
I'll
bro.
be canceled.
And it doesn't have to be black
It's your
people
show.
specific. Okay, so here's the question. So I watched Tom Segura Ball Hug on Netflix. It's great. Check it out. He was talking about I don't know. It was a question he had, and it was basically, if you were a slave owner, what type of slave owner would you have been? So I want to know, what type of slave owner would you have been if you?
I didn't even know there were types.
Like, well, I mean, because if you're thinking about a slave owner, you think like they're bad, right? Like they whip slaves for little shit or major shit, or they let stuff slide, or they, do bad things to the females or whatever, or they just genuinely buy slaves and then let them free. So there are people who are slave owners, but for different reasons. So basically, if you were a slave owner, knowing the type of person you are, what type would you be? What would you be like?
You first.
Okay. If I was a slave owner, obviously I wouldn't have black people. I think I'd most likely have white people, just because sometimes they just, I feel like
The Jews?
they could I can make them do a lot of stuff.
I feel like I would make them build the pyramids.
You would make them
Just
build
because,
the pyramids?
yeah.
He said I'd make them build the pyramid.
I mean, I guess if they weren't already built, sure. I mean,
Crops? No, you're building
Yeah, I don't
pyramids.
know.
For
I mean,
me.
technically-
What for massa? It doesn't matter.
I feel like if I did have slaves, I'd just have them around to listen to me rant. Like, that's it. Like, I feel like it wouldn't be, and they'd still work in the fields, but it'd be like wheat fields, not like cotton. Because, like, what the fuck am I going to do with cotton, Like, Amazon that shit. Like, it's still, I feel like we'd be at a point where we should be modernizing shipping and exporting. Like, if we're already taking people, we should be at the next step at that point. So I'd be telling this to my slaves at this point. They wouldn't be chained up per se, but like, not like in obvious terms, but like if they'd be sitting down in chairs, right? Like free to move around or free to not be tied up. But if they were to try to get up and leave, then I'd shoot them, because that's not what they were supposed to be doing. They're supposed to be listening to me rant. So that's the type of thing I'd do, like where I'd be passive homicidal, I think. Passively homicidal, yeah. Like, I'd want them to do what I say, but if they don't, then it's no big deal, but I'll just kill you. And then I don't know how I'd...
That just sounds like slavery.
Yeah, but it's not the same time.
Right.
Like, they're just listening to me rant. At least that's the major part of their work, and then working in the weed fields, like, And then if they're good, maybe they'll get a hit. Or maybe they'll get the ashes, Like, I think that's fair. And then the working ones, the cooking ones, like people that cook my food, I don't. They just do whatever they do that, and if they didn't, then I'd probably like
Kill them.
pour grease over their head or something.
Oh yeah, even
Passive,
great.
Just passive.
Very passive. Super
Yeah.
hands off.
Like, it depends on how angry it actually make me. Like the level, like depending on what it is, how pissed off I'd be. Like grease is like you'd really fucked up if I poured grease on you. But like if I chopped off your hand, then it's a Monday. And fuck, it's Monday. I didn't want to
Yeah,
do
it's
it, but it's fucking Monday, and you made me do it. It's that type of situation. So it just really varied, but you wouldn't have anything to worry about as long as you just do what you're told. That's it. They wouldn't have like sleep. They wouldn't live terrible lives like when they're done for the day either. Like they'd go back to a nice place. Like I'd make sure they have a nice little room with carpet and like a window.
Nice, dude.
Like because they would, actual slave owners, they put them in terrible places. I'd put them at least in a comfortable spot where they're like, you know what, this ain't the worst place I could be. I could be over at St. McIgnatius over there where they whip niggas, but this is all right. All I gotta do is hear Father B's rant about Amazon being the main shipping thing, and that's it. I'm fine. Cook him a PB&J every now and again. That's it. It's cool. And then dude be like, but bro, Todd literally just lost his fucking dick last night. I was like, well, yeah. He started jerking off in the middle of the story. What the fuck, So it's like, it'd be rationalized. It'd be justified passive homicide.
It'd be justified.
Most of the time. Sometimes you probably wouldn't know because I'm not going to tell you why. I'd be like, figure it out. And then come tell me. And if you're wrong, you're going to get the exact same treatment. So, that's the way I do it.
That is absolutely hilarious.
I haven't thought about it much, though. I'm not going to lie. That was
What about the kids?
I haven't.
Children, like slave children?
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
Oh, yeah. Because like technically slaves, like, their children were state slaves.
The only reason why I'd have slaves is if I had a kid myself, and my kid was like, I wouldn't want to have slave children. Like, I'd legit be like, dude, you're really this much.
No, I mean, what about like the children the slaves had? Like, what would you do? Would they be free? Would they still be slaves?
Oh, if they had children.
Yeah.
Damn, that's actually a really good question. I don't know. I mean, it depends. Like, if they had children with each other, right? I mean, that'd be on the premise that I'd allow them to like socialize with each other. And like have
right,
with each other.
That's under the premise that they'll have human rights.
I mean, well, yeah, I guess they could have kids, but I mean, it'd be on them. The kid would be 100% their responsibility. As in, like, I literally that kid will have no ties to me. It will not be in my house, on my land. It starts off basically in the woods. Like, if you can support that kid, go for it. If you can get it a nice place to stay and keep it alive, go for it. But that's not my kid, not my problem, not my situation. You should have pulled out. You don't like it, well, there's a guillotine for you. So, it's.
I see. And what if they revolt against you? Because
they wouldn't have a reason,
right?
See, but the thing is, I'd lay these things out.
They don't have a reason.
They shouldn't have a reason to revolt. Because if you follow every rule, your life would be fine. If someone came up to me and told me they wanted to have kids, one of the slaves, right? But they know they wouldn't be able to support it. I'd be like, okay, that's fair. I'm a reasonable man. Let's see. They'd probably have to become a drug dealer for me first, earn their keep as a responsible
drug dealer. You're
slave.
growing drugs.
I'm growing the weed, but what do you think I'm doing with it? Like, I'm not
You're
smoking
the
it
dealer,
myself.
bro.
I'm smoking a bit of it. Like, there's probably a nice 8 acres for me on the side, but I'm also exporting marijuana to other plantations and shit. So maybe I could have, if the one who wanted to have kids, I'd be like, okay, here, I'm gonna have you go this. You're gonna run this plantation over there. You're gonna run this back and forth for a few weeks, and if you can handle it, then we'll see about getting you a little kid. And I'll even help you.
Getting you a little kid.
I'll help them. I will help them if they prove they can handle a kid, because it's a big responsibility. I'm not gonna let them just have kids. And then you've seen slaves back in the day. Like, they can't. They're not the best. If a slave is gonna have children, I want them to grow up with being able to speak properly, being able to understand. So I want them to have a parent who I know is going to do that. In order for them to do that,
education?
I will, but their parent has to prove that kid is worth me putting in the time for it. Like, I'll give the kid a decent, not a perfect life, but a decent one. I'll throw him I'll give the family, once he's made his keep running my shit, then I'll give them a commission, and he can do with that money what he pleases. At that point, if they have a kid, again, he will be in the woods. But if he has enough money, he can have something for the
If
kid to
he
start
has
it.
enough money.
That's how I would help. If you just have to work for it. It's like building a retirement. Once you get into that commission stage and you're making money, you better start saving that shit, because the minute you want a kid, you better have a place for him to go.
But it's through drug dealing and homicide.
Well, I mean, they wouldn't kill anyone. I mean, the only catch is if they die before they could fulfill that, and then also, the other catch is like they can't necessarily leave either, because they're my slaves still. So it's not like they could leave and go to the house all the time, like maybe once a week to make sure. But that's the thing, you'd have to pay for a nanny. So, money, they'd have to put up something. It'd take time. They'd have to prove this shit. So it's like, it's a tough life. But again, that's only if you choose that route. You don't have to have a kid as a slave. You could wait till you're free. But
When
do they get free?
I don't know, if I get bored of them or something. Like, honestly, like that's the only reason why. Like if they really just,
What do you mean get?
if they piss
bored
me
of them?
or annoy me enough to where like killing them is just not even worth the time, then I'm like, literally, if they're just too much trouble, like if they're literally just too much trouble. Like I saw a YouTube video where this dude was talking about if he was a slave, he'd be the worst type, and he was just talking about like, he was working in the fields, but it's too hot, and then the slave owner getting mad, but then he's yelling back like, I'm gonna get a heat stroke. You gonna whip me, and then I get a heat stroke, So it's like, if a slave was like that, then I'd probably just let him go, because it's like you're someone else's problem. They just cost me money in the end. But who knows? It depends on who it is too.
Bro, if I was one, I'm not gonna say it out loud, so this doesn't take it out of context. I would run like an underground
If you were
orphanage.
an owner of people,
You know what I mean? Like, so all the kids you lose, bro, they'll just come to me. I said I'd run an underground orphanage. Hello, can you hear me?
It cut out. No, it cut out at one point, so I didn't hear.
Can you hear me right now?
Yeah, no, my screen just went into standby, so I missed
Okay,
that.
I would run an underground orphanage. I would raise the kids, and I would make them amazing, and I would have like people. They would not be, they would not be the slave. It wouldn't be slave work, bro. They'd get paid, but it would be such a massive underground orphanage that I would literally be a kingpin.
Okay.
And I would just, all the lost children would come to my orphanage.
So you don't kill the parents. You don't set up.
No. You do that part. I take the kids.
So this is a universe where we're all okay. I was gonna say we all exist in this universe. Okay.
You know when Detroit become human, like Jericho. Go to Jericho, we'll be free.
Yeah.
I'm Jericho. Like that's what the kids will learn, bro. Like after you rest in peace, the fathers or whatever. They'll be like, go to Big Dark, go to Dark's orphanage. And it'll literally be like a cave, underground network of subway tunnels with just parentless kids everywhere.
So you just be a sanctuary.
More or less. And then my servants, my employees, they would help me run it, because I plan on having more than 10,000 kids in that orphanage.
What type of people? Because I'd have
Indians, Mexicans, white people, black people, Asians, people of all types. They get paid like $5 an hour, maybe. Nothing competitive. They could definitely get a place somewhere better. But under the circumstances that they are considered, and they can't leave, that's what they'll get. And they'll live in the orphanage. They'll take up space. I'll have multiple rooms and shit. So like you'd have the young farms. That's what we call it. The young farms, the weed farms, cannabis. And then all the people, all the kids that run away from you after being in the woods, they'll come to the dark orphanage.
Well, I mean, that's assuming they survive that one. Because again, they're starting out from like fresh out the womb, basically. So that's assuming they make it that far. Because again, it's not my kid, not my problem. Should have pulled out.
Something like that, yeah.
So wait, so you're gonna provide condoms for them?
I mean, if they ask
so they don't get pregnant, or you're
if they
or you're just
I can't
not gonna let them have
remind
sex
though.
at
So
all?
if you're not gonna I'll be like, if you need one, you better tell me, because the kid's on his own the minute he's out with the mother. So I suggest a condom. But if not, that literally at your own risk. or at its own risk, technically. So, I mean, and then I'd even have, this is where I'd get so fucked up with it. I'd have like a whole like scrapbook of the shit, you know, like where I'd have someone following the kid, making sure, seeing if it survives, and the craziest shit, if it does survive and actually grow up, and like I'd come back, like if the dude comes back and he's like, oh shit, yeah, that kid's actually making it. Then like when it's old enough to understand, I'd come out and need it every now and again, like every 5 years to take a picture, and then show the scrapbook of people, and then show it to their parents because they still wouldn't have had enough to like, you know, leave yet. It'd be hilarious.
Oh yeah,
man.
dude. It would be so funny. And then he'd come to the dark orphanage, and then when they grow up and they get old enough, I'll send them to Josue's farm.
What's going to be at your place, Josue?
What do you mean? I was building the pyramids, remember?
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah, they're building the pyramids.
Yeah, we'll send them over.
You should have them build the pyramids and then take them back down, and then just restart. Keep
That'd be
improving
so
time.
awful,
You know,
dude.
trying to get a new time.
Josue wouldn't even outlive. Actually, no. It probably take like 10 years to build pyramids if you're just doing it by hand.
If they're not going fast enough, be like, this should take 5 minutes. Go, and then each time they're wrong, one person dies. Each time they're late.
You're not gonna have enough people.
Bet. Want to see how fast that goes? It goes from 10 years to fucking 20 minutes after 3 deaths.
Fuck.
After
Like-
3 deaths.
I mean, because again, I mean, maybe I'm just too brutal as a slave owner, but
Yeah.
I feel like
Maybe.
this is, in my opinion, this is a world where if this is a thing where people are sold, then it's like, it's not like as in current standards of slavery, like where it's an oppression. Maybe these people want to be in this thing, you know? Maybe this is what they want to do. They want to serve others. However, by
Wait, so
any
if it's not
means.
our world, why do you guys care if I'm building pyramids with my slaves?
No, I don't
never
care. But I'm
said-
saying I was giving you
Oh.
a suggestion
Oh,
of an
no,
idea.
you guys are making it sound like. I
what
was just
you want,
under the
bro.
impression it wasn't in our. I was also under the impression this was in our world. So.
I mean, well, because I was thinking, like, I mean, as in slave owners, like, you know, obviously you hold prisoners to do whatever, like something, hopefully something like not that they'll enjoy. So, yeah, I mean, pyramids are obviously not someone anyone would enjoy, but it's also not what you think of. But it's not terrible, too. I mean, shit, that's a good idea. Just have them rebuild all the landmarks. Like, do it, but better. And then just
Make
see what
the
they come
Leaning
up
Tower of Pisa not lean.
with. Yeah, fix it.
Fix
You know
it.
they have to actually like. No, they actually do have to like readjust it every now and again.
Yeah, I read something about that. I forgot why though. It's weird.
Because it's leaning.
No, it's
It's gonna
I
fall.
forgot why. It's really strange. It's because it sinks or something. I don't know.
That's because of the soil that's like it was built on. It's like
Yeah,
it's basically slowly sinking.
yeah. I was like, that's really cool. That's really weird. The building is like moving over. It's been moving all this time. As we
True.
speak.
Yeah, it's sinking right now, bro.
So, let's see. That was our slave order bit. Any last thoughts about your slaves? Would you have a favorite slave and like a worse slave? But like you still
How
keep
do you
around?
know? Like that's the thing. Like there's no way to know if you.
Yeah,
have
it sounds
favorite.
like you
No,
don't
like,
really get
as in
close
like a
to
slave that
yours.
you like the most, but and then another slave that you're like, you're
Your
not
whole
really my
narrative,
favorite.
your whole
Mhm.
narrative, this so far has been you do what I say or you die. There's been no
But I
like
can
let's
still
sit
have
down
a
and talk.
favorite. Like I can still be like Jimmy, my boy. You know.
That's my
like-
brother,
I mean, well, it's a coincidence. It's a common name, but you wouldn't
and
be
he's
in the. I
black
hope
too.
not.
No,
I mean, but you can still have a slave that you like more than the rest of the slaves, just because maybe they do shit better than the rest, or they don't. They do shit because they want to do it, you know, like they're eager or something. I don't know.
imagine that.
They're trying to get that promotion.
I mean, maybe one of them
Work
wants
up the
to. Yeah,
work up the slave ladder.
yeah. I'm
No
saying like I feel
way.
like maybe that's that. Honestly, I feel like that's the move. Like in slavery times, just try and be the best one that you could be. You know, like because they can't hate anyone for doing. I don't know. Maybe everybody really did try to be the best. I don't know. Because it's like at that point, you're like, well, we're in the shit. Might as well, you know, might as well get the knee pads on to start.
If I was in their
But they
conditions,
were-
I would have ran away. I'd rather be dead than do that.
I don't know. Yeah, I feel like there were. Well, I don't know. In
love
my
the
understanding, there were very terrible plantations, and there were some that weren't the worst to be in. So I feel like I'd rather be in one of the ones that's not the worst to be in. Because then it's like, if you run away from that one, you know, it's like weighing the options. But if it's just the worst, then of course you could run away. I'd rather die. But if it's like, it's bad, but I mean, Master, you know, at least feeds me. So, like, because some people don't get fed in slave time. So it's like, you know, it's like, is it worth running away? At least I get fed. Some people don't. So at that point, you're just extremely grateful. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and check this out. So thank you for listening so much to the Young Talk podcast. This episode, I'm glad we're back to normal, to be honest. We've had these last few episodes have been a little weird, but we're back in the normal state of mind. Hopefully this video is on YouTube. This is on YouTube fine. And, you know, we're just chilling. So tune in next week. Tune in next week for a very special episode. I'm not going to even say what it is because it might take a while for us to plan it. Or not even plan, just to set it up. But it's a surprise episode. It's going to be a special episode. We got special guests coming in. We got not one, not two, I'm not going to even say how many, but it's not two. But we got special guests on deck for the next episode. So tune in, tell your friends, share, follow us. We have a YouTube. Obviously. We have YouTube. We're on Instagram. We're on Instagram now, by the way. Our own Instagram.
OnlyFans?
I still haven't tried
you still haven't
to
set it
approve
up?
it
No.
yet. I forget.
No.
But we're on
No,
Instagram. Follow us, the Young Talk Podcast. We're on Twitter at Young Podcast. We're on iTunes. We're on Spotify. We're on SoundCloud. There's really no reason why you shouldn't be following us. So check us out. But with that being said, I'm Father B. Did you want to say goodbye, Josue? Or?
Yeah, see ya.
Cool.
I guess.
All right, cool. See you guys next time.